At 18, the CEO of a company. I mean, at 18, people used to bunk classes, enjoy their life. What goes in your mind when you were 18 and you're planning to start up something?
The idea was never to start a company or never. It's just a organic thing that happened.
What is your qualification?
So I dropped out of bachelor. So I do not even have a degree technically.
So what was the investment, first investment you got?
Slightly more than half of it came from my scholarships basically.
Wow.
I had to do some small household chore for the day in the house. Right? It's chargeable basically. So today as a company we are managing close to 2500 crores basically.
Mostly people have put a tag, oh, 18 years, you can't start your business, you need to experience, you need to go to the job. So at your point, somebody discouraged you?
But I was really cutthroat at that point of time also, right? So somebody comes and says, especially in this investment management industry, right? This guy can't be a fraud, he's a kid. Right? We can trust him. We can trust him. But then they took out the positive in that.
So when you see youngsters around, you did so much in your life. Yeah. When you see some youngsters, they're just wasting their time. They're not even thinking. Have you seen and observed these kind of people?
So you can say a controversial or a very difficult discussion. But then I personally feel no harm. There's no shame in not doing anything.
Well, welcome to my show, Trendsetters. Well, today I'm going to interview a person, CEO of a company at the age of 18. Who is he? Sankarsh. Sankarsh Chanda.
Yes,
so let's find out more of your details about you. When I was just going through your profile, it was so exciting to know. I mean, at 18, the CEO of a company. I mean, at 18, people used to bunk classes, enjoy their life, and have fun with their friends.
Yes.
What goes in your mind when you were 18 and you're planning to start up something?
Yes, I mean, I think that's a while back. I mean, now I'm older than that. But
No,
then
but
when
that's
I started,
yeah.
Yeah, so when I started,
You still look like a cute guy,
yes,
cute boy.
Yes. So when we started initially, right? So the idea was never to start a company or never. It's just a organic thing that happened. So initially, I loved asset management, so managing capital and things like that. But then we need a license. We need to, if you want to do it formally and at a scale. So then investing was a passion. Again, something that I caught up with my habit of reading books and stuff. That's how I got into investing basically. So, and most of the situations that I was in, I had more number of investment ideas, but less capital.
Okay.
So I was like, I need more capital to invest more. And it was a real hunger basically to keep investing. So that's when this idea came that why don't I manage a bigger capital? So when we invest more, then we can create impact for a lot of
So that
other
idea
people.
was going in your mind?
Exactly.
And then
and that's how it transformed. That
Okay.
we'll formalize it under a particular setup and then get this.
It was
thing
a
done.
huge struggle might be,
Yes.
setting up your own business at the age of 18.
Yes.
How was you balancing your studies? I mean, you are a dropout or what? Like,
Yes, I
how
dropped
you were
out, actually.
balancing?
So I actually dropped out. I
Okay.
didn't balance technically. So I dropped out of my bachelor's, and I was of the opinion at that time and more strongly now that education wasn't giving me that enough of the material that I need to do in real life basically. So I felt my reading and actual experiences of running a company, right, is far more valuable to me than actually reading about it only in books.
So, I mean, what is your qualification? I'm
so-
curious to know about that.
Yes, so I dropped out of bachelor's.
Okay.
Then straight got into this. So I do not even have a degree technically. And
12th pass at least.
Yes, 12th.
आजकल वो movie भी है ना 12th pass.
Yes.
I think that
नहीं 12th तो खत्म हो गया.
12th you did. Okay, great. So you had fun in your school time and
yes.
or you were just going around and thinking, I have to do this because sometimes brain works more.
Yes, I mean, of course I had a lot of fun, there's no question about it. And I think when I said I loved reading books, it was not just academic. Of course I used to do a lot of it, but then reading books is like a passion. And we played a lot of cricket, we played a lot of sport, and it was balanced.
So
back
like
then, I would
physical
say.
activities you were
Yes,
doing more?
A lot.
Oh, great.
I was not a great cricketer in the first place, but then I went to coaching for a lot of years and then woke up early in the morning, go to coaching, and then I never played even a district game or anything like that, but then I enjoyed doing
So what was the investment, first investment you got? You still remember? with your to start a company? Who gave you that money?
Oh yes, that I particularly remember. So half of it, right, or slightly more than half of it, came from my scholarships basically.
Wow.
Which or the small competitions that I won. It's not a big amount, small amounts that I gathered, and a little from my stock portfolio. And the rest
You were doing a stock up, next
yes,
you were doing for yourself.
Correct.
From where you getting that money? You were not earning.
Oh no, I was actually a little commercial like that even when I was a kid. So example, if I had to do some small household chore for the day in the house, right, it's chargeable basically. So I used to charge for my time.
At your home, like with your mom or dad?
With mom, dad, anybody.
If they say, okay, keep this clothes here, you will charge.
Charged, right? So the maid washed the utensils and I need to put it back in the shelf.
Give me the money.
Give me the money. And if I come first in class in a unit test or a half yearly exam,
give me the money.
Give me the money.
You are money minded, man. That's why you're working great in that.
Yes.
So total investment was how much? Yeah.
That time it was not more than even a few lakhs maybe, not more than that. That was not even my investment, that was a value.
Okay.
I invested much less than that and I got lucky and it grew quickly. So I don't think I even saved up a lakh of rupees, it's less than that. So again, those numbers are very mixed up and in my memory, but then I know it's a small amount. And the rest came from my mentor actually when I started the company.
Okay.
So he guided me for 1.5 years or so, and then he wrote me a check for 7 lakh rupees.
Oh.
That was a big deal basically. That's what got us started. Because I used that to pay up for the software development and things like that, and that was really critical funds.
My God. So from 7 lakh to now, where is the slab?
Oh, that's really high. But
right now, what is the slab? You would like to? That will be appreciable.
No, honestly, the numbers. There's
a
lot of other interviews that I've done. We've always been put out of context. Like, they're like 100 crores you made. No, that's not how it works.
4,000 crore you made.
No. Absolutely not. In fact, see, net worth or the company's enterprise value is very different from what we do. So today, as a company, we are managing close to 2,500 crores basically as a company. But then, I still feel we have not done much. We have done.
Your craving is like a big craving you have.
Yes. So again, even what I tell our clients and for myself also, right? So money is a tool. It's not the end destination basically. Right?
Yeah.
It's a tool for building something else.
Yes.
Now I have another company, an aerospace company that I'm founded that as well. So I co-founded initially, and now I'm the only founder there. So the purpose for my money is over time to build my own space company also basically. So what I tell our clients also that great, it's good to earn money, but then you need to have a purpose to it basically. What do you want to do? You want to build a house, you want to go on a world tour, you want to buy a car, have that clear basically. Right? So getting wealthy and getting prosperous is one thing, but what you do with it is way more important and way more trickier is what I say.
So you spend, how much you spend now? You're not married, right?
No, I just got married last year.
You got married,
yes,
congrats.
Yes, thank you so much.
So like you were spending money or saving more? I think you must be saving more.
No, I honestly, technically I am broke like that because both of the companies, Savart and Starter, both of the companies, they're very capital intensive basically. We keep raising money and I spend all the money that I have as well. Of course, it's not that I don't buy stuff for myself and I give everything. But I'm technically a very bad saver in general. Because what happens, I start building my investment portfolio and then suddenly some requirement is there in the company, then I sell and come back here. So I tell others that you need to invest for long term, but I myself am unable to build my own long term portfolio. Because again, I'm building something for the next 10, 20, 30 years basically. So I'm not looking at it from a short term perspective. So, and then I may not have my traditional investment, he has real estate, he has gold. I may not have a lot of all that stuff, but my investment is my time into these both ventures basically.
Great.
Which I know will pay back 20, 30, 40 years down the line. Especially the space company that we are building, that's a 20, 30 year horizon basically. So all these years I'm sure I'm going to be like, when I say broke, again it's not, I'm not at discomfort. I have what I need.
So what is the company is all about? You manage all this. If you give a detail about that.
One is Savart is an asset management company, right? So where people come in and then they have some financial goals. They want to build their wealth through stock markets. So stocks, mutual funds, bonds, gold, and very soon into private equity and
so you advise them.
So we advise them, and now we have a managing license, a PMS license as well, which means we can also manage capital. So we received that license recently. So we don't just advise, we can also manage capital. So that's what Savart does. And we have grown to a pretty much good scale there, and we have clients all over the country and almost from 33 countries.
Wow, 33 countries.
Yes,
great.
So that's the first company. And the second one, the Starter, is working on an OTV, an orbital transfer vehicle basically. So it's a spacecraft that has both commercial and research exploration capabilities. So on the commercial front, it can be used for orbital correction maneuvers and logistical projects from like Earth to Moon and beyond and things like that.
Wow.
And the research explorations, we want to mount our payloads like space telescopes and things like that, where we could collect some scientific and research material and conduct our own research.
Wow.
So the end game is that the ultimate questions about the universe, right?
Yeah.
So where are we, what are we doing,
Uh-huh.
what's the expanse of the universe and things like that. So we want to build a self-sustaining space company which doesn't rely on grants or only on external funding, and to answer these questions in a few decades from now, basically.
My goodness.
Yes.
So don't you feel pressure sometime, like at the age of like when you need to actually work? Of course, the work
Yes.
pressure is there.
Yes.
You feel more pressurized at being young, and you know, in 18
Yes.
years you started company, 19, 20, as you're growing.
Yes.
You feel more of pressure?
Uh,
And how you guide yourself,
I know
motivate
this
yourself?
Definitely, there's the amount of stress and pressure that's there in this is tremendous. And,
Yeah,
the
managing,
math-
being a CEO at so young age.
Yes, so the math also doesn't add up and doesn't make sense actually. So anybody who's at this stage, at this point of time with one company, would never start a space company at the moment, because it's very capital intensive and it's not an ROI business, right? It's not like it will pay back. But then what settles all of this and what makes it clear is the long-term vision and that pleasure, basically. So this is not, somebody is not forcing me to do this, right? I'm doing this by choice.
Yeah.
Right? This is something that I want.
Yes.
And the risk and challenges and all that pressure that comes with it, somehow I kind of enjoy it. I thrive on that.
No, nowadays I've seen, you know, youngsters, they get so exhausted with small things.
Yeah.
If something doesn't go according to them, they go into the depression. So many things are happening. And being at this time, the way you are standing so strong, you know, giving a job opportunities to others also, and, you know, building up an empire, like, you know.
Yeah.
How you do that? How you give advice to others? Like,
So honestly,
they get depressed so easily nowadays.
no. I think depression and anxiety and things like that are real
Yeah.
problems.
Have you gone
today.
through some time, a point of time, very
Oh,
stressed, and
stressed
you
for
went
sure.
down, and
Yes.
then you just came up?
Absolutely. In fact, today as we speak, right, this is one of the most stressful points that we've ever been
Okay.
in our entire journey. Of course, the stock markets are doing well, but then there are a lot of issues with funding and things
Yes.
like that.
Sometimes
So-
market get crashed then.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
like I said, there is no question that we have been through really tough times, and I would say today is the toughest time. Today
Yeah.
is one of the toughest times that I've ever been in.
How you stand
honestly.
then? How you take a stand on
Because
yourself?
we know there's a good time ahead.
Okay,
right?
the
Because we know it.
positivity you have.
Absolutely. I know this is going to last for a few months, maybe a year,
Huh?
but then I know I am going to get through it for sure. There's no
Wow.
question about it. And like I said, it's maybe the way I am built or what, I don't know, but then I thrive on that. So when the things get really tough, I just love it for some reason.
I know.
want to get, okay, more risk and more risk.
So
that's fun.
you enjoy your life, go to pubs, parties, go for movies.
Yes, no, I mean, my
You get that time.
parties and all very less. I do go, it's not zero, but then I avoid wherever there's more than 15 people or 10 people, I don't show
You
up
don't
there,
show up.
unless it's for a business thing, right?
Okay.
So I love travel though. I keep traveling often,
Yes.
and then exploring new cultures,
Good.
meeting new people. I
Yes.
think those things I love.
So
I love
right now, how many people you're managing under you? Your team
so-
of how many now?
Okay, so in Savart and Starter together, we'd be around a core team of around 50 now.
Okay.
Right, and then we'd be having an extended team of freelancers and a lot of other people that would run into a few dozens or hundreds, basically. But then our core team is around a 50 now, right now.
15?
50.
50,
It's a core
50.
team.
Okay.
Yes, 50. Yes.
So daily basis, you're handling that team pressure also.
Yes, no, I think they
They're the human
do a
problem,
great job.
yeah.
They look after themselves. I look after a lot of the strategic things, right? So especially the fundraise aspect and where are we going to go next over the next few years, what we're going to do, and especially the research algorithm, the apart system that we have. So those are the places that I spend my time on.
So do you think at this point of a time, more of the leaders should be born? Like the entrepreneurs, and you know, this is the right time to take a step ahead and do it.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
you need a lot of, we can say it's a big risk also of life.
Yes, I think that is definitely a big
Yeah.
risk, and I think I can't sugarcoat it, right? It is indeed extremely difficult, very extremely difficult, but it's fun also. It's both at the same time.
But I was just wanted to know, when you were thinking that I will start my company, it can go up, it can go down also.
Yes.
Up, okay. When
Yes.
it go down, have you thought some back plan?
No, but again, I hate plan Bs in general, basically.
Okay.
Because you cannot push yourself in plan A enough if you have a plan B already.
Okay.
But then, of course, I thought about it. It's not like, oh, Sankarsh never thought about failing, nothing like that. But what I told myself is, you started from zero, the worst will go back to zero, and then you rebuild again. So what's the loss? So technically you can't lose, right? So heads you win and tails you don't lose. So there's no way to
These inspiration are these are your self-inspiration, or you take inspirations from
no,
others?
I think I draw it. I draw it from a lot of things I read and a lot of people I speak to, and I have a good set of mentors actually. I fall back on. In fact, last night I was extremely confused and like super confused on what to do next. There were 4 or 5 different problems that had come at the same time.
Okay.
I had no answer, at least for a couple of them. And I dialed up my mentors late at 11:15 in the night or so, and then I immediately got my answer. So I don't think I know shit. Like, I just have the right people in the right space.
Okay.
That's it. I'm just learning, right? So that's why when you ask, Sabir, what would you tell others? What would your advice be? My only advice is to just explore. That's it.
Explore.
Because I'm doing that exactly myself. I have nothing to say. If I was say 60-year-old or 70-year-old and I've seen everything, then I could give some advice basically. So I would just say, follow your passion and explore, and there's going to be really bad times, really, really bad things that will happen, but then all the fun that will be there will more than compensate.
Mostly people have put a tag, you know, oh, 18 years, you can't start your business, you need to experience, you need to go to the job, or like after 40s or 50s, now time has gone, why are you going for a, you know, to start your own business? There are people who have done it. So at your point, somebody discouraged you, finish your studies, go and take experience. You didn't have experience and you just did it.
No, absolutely. So I think discouragement never, or maybe they did and I never paid heed to it.
Oh, very good.
That was the thing. And but I was really cutthroat at that point of time also, right? So somebody comes and says, once they talk to me about what I am doing, I never interfere with what the others are doing. So I expect them not to interfere with what I'm doing. So unless I seek advice, I don't appreciate unsolicited advice basically. Hey, why don't you do this? I never paid much heed. And I used to retort immediately, right? Okay, so you're telling me not to do this, then why don't you do that? Why are you doing something else then? So you do that and show me the way and I'll follow you. Right? So most of them never had an answer that way. But I don't think I was ever discouraged like that. But of course, in fact, I was appreciated and encouraged more always when I feel that way, because when I was young, people used to be like, especially in this investment management industry, right? This guy can't be a fraud. He's a kid. Right? We can trust him. We can trust this guy.
Okay.
So I said, okay, this is a positive. Even I didn't think about it. Basically. And of course, it never went through my mind, right? I thought people won't trust because they will think, where is your experience? What do you know about
background?
What do you know about investing? That you will manage my money. First, manage your money. I think that's a standard question. I mean, you would ask anybody, right? So, but then they took out the positive in that. So I think this is the time, like Indians are entrepreneurs by nature, I feel that. We're intrinsically motivated like that. Compared to a lot of other places, Indians are motivated intrinsically. So I don't think age is a problem at all. It comes with its own problems, but then the benefits outweigh any day. So I think that makes a lot of there's a beauty in that.
So you must be having a friends group, you know? So you are the youngest CEO. How they take it, like, or because of you, some other young CEO has been born?
Not yet, or maybe there have been a few people who have come back and told that being around you has helped us and things, but they don't know that being around them has helped me also.
Okay,
right?
you
So
exchange,
it's mutual. It's not one way, it's mutual. So when they are learning from me, I am also absorbing everything from them, and because I love doing that. Again, I love absorbing information and things from people. So I think it's always mutual, and all the friends that I have, we are of the same group. So I don't feel special at all, or it's all same. We talk about random things basically. We never speak about business at all.
So when you see youngsters around, you know, you did so much in your life. When you see some youngsters, they're just wasting their time. They're not even thinking. And they have talent. They're not utilizing this thing. How you feel? Have you seen and observed these kind of people? You feel bad, he can do so well.
Actually, I have a very different take on that.
Okay.
See, I mean, it's a very, say you can say controversial or a very difficult discussion. But then I personally feel the way nature has been built from plants and animals, we generally say humans are superior. The Homo sapiens are the superior species or race. Basically, but then I feel there's a lot to learn from animals as well, right? So you look at a tiger, or you look at a particular any particular animal, it eats, sleeps, reproduces, it enjoys what's around it. Maybe it's not even enjoying, maybe it's just neutral. We don't know what kind of emotion it has. We know that animals do have an emotion, but we don't know enough yet. But then it's at peace basically. It's the human nature to actually find that no, I need to do something, I need to achieve something, I need to do something constantly. So just because I am doing it, I absolutely don't think everybody has a need to do it. You should do it if you like it. And there is nothing like wasting time basically. You're just living. I mean, I think that's a celebration of being alive. Like Dr. Christian Barnard, when he mentioned, right? Every day is a celebration of being alive. So just be alive, just do whatever you want.
Wow.
So you want to just watch Netflix for the entire day, do nothing, that's your personal choice, just do it. Right? So there's no harm, there's no shame in not doing anything. And there's a very good chance once I get my answers, the ultimate questions about life and universe, once I have my answers, I might not do anything. I will just sit, basically. Sit, watch TV maybe, or movies, things like that. I would not do anything else basically.
Wow.
So, like that.
So I just want to end up one message to yourself.
Yes.
And obviously, advice is always like you can, with your experience, youngsters who are looking forward, and age is no worry, that myth is gone after talking to you.
Yes.
So what advice you give yourself every day?
So same things, like I said, do what you enjoy, right? So there's whether it is reading, whether it is kind of working on a venture like this, or art or dance or whatever, do what you love to do, basically. You call it passion, you call it ikigai, whatever you call it. So you just focus on that and keep exploring.
Wow.
Just don't settle and don't listen to anybody.
Doesn't listen to anybody,
So
right?
that would also be my advice again. And
To
then-
yourself.
To myself.
To
yes.
yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And any advice to your youngsters who
I
like
think what I tell
same-
myself is very
same
much
to your-
applicable
to all
Yes,
youngsters?
and then like I said, I'm still learning, so advice is very far away. Currently, I want advice. I want more advice.
Good.
Maybe I can
Learning.
Again, not unsolicited advice, but when I ask, I expect some.
So
kind
I
of
think
guidance.
next target is what is your target? Like, to what
Yeah.
chart you want to blast? Like,
Uh-huh.
right now you're 2,500 crore company. Next,
Yes. So I think.
What's your target?
more
Another
than
2-3
that,
years?
I think on the space company side in 2026 or 2027, we want to launch our OTV basically, the spacecraft that we're
Wow.
building. We want to get it launched.
Very
so
good.
We're working really, really hard for it.
so India ka jhanda gadega.
100%. 100%.
Great, great.
100%.
It's really talking to you so
Thank you
much,
so
and I
much.
think you're busy with your meetings and all that stuff, working hard.
No worries.
So you've taken out time to inspire us, and sharing your journey. Keep inspiring others also. I also got inspired and got that boost.
Thank you
Anything
so much.
can be done at any age.
Absolutely.
You proved it, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much talking to iDream.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
So it was a wonderful conversation, inspirational conversation. For more updates, keep watching iDream. Till then, goodbye.